Welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited to take you on a virtual tour of some of my favorite spots in Sheung and Central, right here in Hong Kong. Trust me, these places are absolute must-visits if you're ever in the city. Let's dive right in. One of my favorite spots is the Central Mid-Levels Escalator. It's the longest outdoor covered escalator system in the world, and it's such a fun way to explore the area. You can hop on at Queen's Road Central and ride all the way up to Conduit Road. Along the way, you'll pass through bustling markets, chic cafes, and quirky shops. It's such a fun, effortless way to get a feel for the neighborhood. And here's a tip. Get off at different sections to explore cool spots like Soho and Graham Street. You'll come across vibrant murals and graffiti that add a splash of color to the urban landscape. Trust me, you'll love the blend of old and new Hong Kong that you'll encounter on this ride. Lan Fong Yuen, an absolute gem in Central that you simply cannot miss. This iconic cha chaan teng has been serving its legendary Hong Kong-style milk tea since the 1950s. And it often got a long queue outside the shop. It's the unique blend of tea leaves and the traditional, silk stocking, brewing method that gives it an incredibly smooth and rich texture, and you absolutely need to experience it for yourself. If you have time, you could also dine in and try out their famous pork chop dish. Next up, just a corner next to Lan Fong Yuen, Tai Cheong Bakery is located at Lyndhurst Terrace. It's incredibly easy to find and often a long queue. Founded in 1954, this bakery has become a landmark, famous for its iconic egg tarts. These little pastries are legendary for a reason. Their perfectly flaky, buttery crust and velvety smooth custard filling are simply unbeatable. And it's not just about the puff pastry or classic egg tarts. Tai Cheong Bakery offers a variety of other delicious pastries such as Chinese donuts, brown sugar pudding that are equally worth trying. Now, let's head over to Tai Kwun. It is not just a place to visit, it's an experience. Get off at one of the sections in the Central Mid-Levels Escalators. This former police station and prison have been beautifully restored and transformed into a center for heritage and arts. Walking through Tai Kwun is like stepping into a different era. The architecture is stunning, and the exhibitions are always thought-provoking. You can catch a performance, explore contemporary art galleries, or just relax in one of the courtyards. And if you're a history buff, the heritage tours are a must. Plus, there are some great cafes and restaurants here, perfect for a leisurely lunch or coffee break. Alright, next on our list is the Central Market. This spot has been around since 1842, making it Hong Kong's oldest wet market. But get this, it's recently been revamped into a super trendy, multi-functional space that you've got to see to believe. Located on Dai Vo Road, it's smack dab in the middle of Central, making it super convenient to visit. Look at this place. It's a feast for the eyes. You'll find everything here from fresh produce and quirky boutiques to hip cafes and food stalls serving up all kinds of deliciousness. The vibe here is electric. There's always something going on, whether it's an art exhibit, a pop-up market, or live music. It's like the heartbeat of Central, constantly buzzing with energy. Whether you're here to shop, eat, or just soak in the atmosphere, Central Market is another place that's worth exploring. Let's talk about the Tram, or as locals affectionately call it, the Ding Ding. These double-decker trams have been serving Hong Kong Island since 1904 and are an iconic part of the city's landscape. Riding the tram is a fantastic way to see the city at a leisurely pace. For just a few Hong Kong dollars, you can hop on and ride through bustling neighborhoods, past skyscrapers and historic buildings. The upper deck offers great views, and it's a perfect spot for some people watching. It's a charming, old-school way to get around and really gives you a feel for the city's unique blend of tradition and modernity. Remember, you only pay when you get off the tram, which is different from other transportation that pay up front. Now, let's hop on the tram from Central to Sheung Wan, and ride on Hollywood Road, and up along Ladder Street is one of Hong Kong's coolest spots, the Man Mo Temple. Nestled in the lively Sheung Wan district, this temple feels like stepping into a serene, mystical world far from the city's skyscrapers and hustle. Imagine this. As you walk up, the aromatic scent of burning incense immediately greets you, mixing with the soft glow of candlelight. Built in 1847, Man Mo Temple is dedicated to Man Tai, the god of literature, and Mo Tai, the god of war, a perfect blend of intellect and strength. Walking in, you're hit by the stunning traditional Chinese architecture. The red pillars, golden ornaments, and green tiled roofs are just mesmerizing. Locals come here to pray for blessings, guidance, and good fortune. Whether you're lighting incense or simply soaking in the tranquil ambiance, the sense of history and spirituality is palpable. Central Pier is a quintessential Hong Kong experience, where you can catch ferries to various parts of the city, including the famous Star Ferry to Tsim Tsui. The piers are always bustling with activity and offer a fantastic view of Victoria Harbour. Take some time to stroll along the waterfront promenades, enjoy the sea breeze, and watch the boats go by. If you're up for a bit more adventure, you can also hop on a ferry to one of the outlying islands like Chung Chau or Llama Island for a day trip. Central Pier is not just a transit point, it's a great place to soak in the maritime vibe of Hong Kong. Next, hop on the Star Ferry. The journey between Central and Tsim Tsui only takes about 10 minutes, but the views are worth $1 million, with its charming green and white boats. You'll get a panoramic view of Hong Kong's skyline, and it's especially stunning at night when the buildings are all lit up. Whether it is day or night, the scenery is so iconic and makes for fantastic photo opportunities. No trip to Central would be complete without a visit to the iconic Victoria Peak. But first, a must-try transportation to the peak is the Peak Tram. It's your ticket to Victoria Peak. As you hop on the tram at the lower terminus on Garden Road, you will notice isn't just any old tram ride. The ride itself is super cool, with insanely steep gradients that make the buildings outside look like they're tilting. Plus, the views just keep getting better as you ascend. The ride is about 7 minutes long and takes you to the peak, where you'll find amazing vantage points to take in the panoramic views of Hong Kong's skyline and Victoria Harbour. It's especially magical at sunset, so try to time your visit for those golden hours. Don't forget to snap some pics and share them with us. Another way to get to the peak is taking bus number 15 from Central. The bus ride is not only convenient but also offers some amazing views along the way, and it takes around 30 minutes to get to the peak. Once you're at the top, there's so much to do, and you'll see why it's one of Hong Kong's top attractions. First off, you've got to hit up the Sky Terrace 428. It's the highest viewing platform in Hong Kong, and the 360-degree views are just mind-blowing. Perfect spot for those Instagram shots. On a clear day, you can see all the way across to the New Territories and out to the South China Sea. But the peak isn't just about the views. There's the Peak Circle Walk, a nice scenic trail around the summit where you can get more amazing views and just chill out in nature. And if you've worked up an appetite, there are tons of places to eat. From casual cafes to fancy restaurants, so you can grab a bite with a killer view. And if you're into shopping or just want to browse around, check out the Peak Tower and Peak Galleria. They've got shops, boutiques, and even some cool entertainment options. You can also visit Madame Tussauds Hong Kong. It's always fun to snap pics with lifelike wax figures of your favorite celebs like Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga. The museum is divided into various themed zones. Another spot that is great for kids is the Monopoly Dreams. It's a one-of-a-kind attraction dedicated to the famous board game we all know and love. So the Peak is definitely one of the must-visit spot in Hong Kong. So if you find yourself in Central, make sure to check out the top 10. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel tips and guides. See you in the next video.